The Jasper police might add another unmarked car to its pool. Actors Community Theater is the topic of WJTS Inform. And in sports, Kurt Guxell looks at highlights of Jasper's sectional debut win over Heritage Hills in the sectional. These stories and more coming up in 18 WJTS News. This is the WJTS 18 News. I'm Bill Potter. Thanks for tuning in. A longtime Jasper physician has passed away. 86-year-old Dr. Thomas Herbert Goody passed away Tuesday afternoon at Jasper's Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center, where he began his career 60 years ago. Dr. Goody received his undergraduate degree from St. Louis University and his medical degree from St. Louis University School of Medicine in 1952. Tom Goody was a U.S. Army veteran serving during World War II in the Pacific and earning the rank of Staff Sergeant. He began his professional career in 1953 as a doctor for Memorial Hospital in Jasper and also served as a primary care physician for the St. Meinrad Archabbey for 25 years. In 1960, he and his brother, Dr. Francis Goody, opened their medical clinic at the corner of 5th and Clay Streets in Jasper, from which he practiced 45 of his 54 years of medicine. He served as the Dubois County Medical Officer. He was an early member of the American Academy of Family Physicians and many other professional organizations. He was a member of St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Jasper, the American Legion Post 147, VFW Post 673, and was a fourth-degree member of the Jasper Knights of Columbus and a member of the Lions Club. He enjoyed traveling, being outdoors, farming, fishing, and hunting. Dr. Thomas Goody is survived by his wife of 63 years, Anne, as well as 5 daughters, 2 sons, 2 brothers, 3 sisters, 8 grandchildren, and 3 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Dr. Thomas Goody will be held at 10 o'clock Saturday morning at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Jasper. The Jasper police might soon add another unmarked car to its pool as the department moves toward seeking approval from the City Council for the purchase. Yesterday, bids were opened for 2 new patrol cars already approved by city entities. The Board of Public Works approved purchasing 2 new 2013 Dodge Chargers from Sternberg Chrysler with a low bid of $44,808. The bid includes a $5,000 trade-in for the 2 older Impala patrol cars. Police Chief Michael Bennett also got a quote for a plain, unmarked police car, along with bids for the new cars. He says the unmarked car will only be the second pool or reserve car in the department's fleet.
We received approval to purchase 2 new patrol vehicles, and then along those lines, we've also requested with City Council approval to purchase a new plain vehicle, which we will take our old plain vehicle and put it into what we call a pool status, where we will have it in reserve, so to speak, that we can utilize if one of our cars break down or if it's in the shop for whatever reason, or if we want to use it on criminal investigations, stakeout, surveillance, that sort of thing. You have to understand, when I came aboard, we had no pool cars. Now we have 2. We kept one last year from last year's purchase. And this year we will keep one. So we will have 2 cars basically in reserve at all times in case one of ours develops a major problem, has to go in the shop or whatever. Or like I said, with the keeping a plain car as a pool car, then we can utilize it in other endeavors.
Sternberg's also gave the lowest quote for an unmarked car at nearly $25,000 for a 2013 Dodge Charger. No action will be taken to purchase the car until approval is received from the City Council. Bennett says funds for the new unmarked unit will come from an existing training fund which has a surplus. The fund comes from money generated by the department through VIN checks and other police services. Bennett also informed the Board of Public Works Tuesday morning that the department's new K-9 unit arrived a few days ago at a Michigan K-9 training center. He He says without a canine, it now takes more time during traffic stops with suspected drug possession to receive assistance from the Indiana State Police.
I don't know if it's been more difficult, but it's limited our scope of things we can do when we make traffic stops and we suspect maybe drugs may be involved. We don't have that canine to run around the vehicle and give us that heads up.
Bennett said Tuesday morning that the Dubois County Prosecutor's Office has helped provide funding for the training. In addition, the Jasper Police Department is currently taking applications for a telecommunication officer, which are available at the department or City Hall. Fire Chief Kenny Hoaxang informed the Board of Public Works that the department's largest ladder truck is in need of $700 worth of repairs. He said the lifting cylinder will be repaired on the 100-foot tower truck. Hoaxang said the truck will be out of commission for a few days. The department still has a 75-foot ladder engine. If necessary, they can receive support from either the Ferdinand or the Huntingburg department's 100-foot trucks. Also, the Board of Public Works meeting, the board took under advisement 2 quotes received to upgrade audiovisual equipment in the council chambers at Jasper City Hall. A Jasper man already residing at the Dubois County Community Corrections Facility was arrested by Jasper police this morning on felony rape and sexual battery charges that stem from an alleged rape that took place at his residence. Police arrested 25-year-old Gary Hires at the correction facility at 10 o'clock this morning. Police say a 25-year-old woman came to the Jasper Police Department to file a complaint stating that she was the victim of a rape and that Hires was the suspect. Police say the incident took place a week ago today at Hires' residence along the 100 block of West 6th Street. Members of the Jasper Police Department conducted an extensive investigation into the matter, and a warrant was issued by Dubois Circuit Court yesterday. Hires now faces a Class B felony count of rape and a Class D felony count of sexual battery. He is now lodged at the Dubois County Security Center. Jasper police were assisted in the matter by the Dubois County Prosecuting Attorney's Office and the staff at the Memorial Hospital and Healthcare Center Emergency Department. A Jasper man is behind bars today after his arrest following a domestic dispute at a Jasper apartment complex early this morning. Jasper police were called to the Terrace Heights Apartments along the 600 block of West 7th Street just before 7 o'clock to the report of a confrontation between a male and a female. Police say just prior to their arrival, the male suspect involved, 37-year-old Terrence Holt, who lives at the apartment complex, had left the scene. And after checking a few possible destinations, Holt's car was found at a residence along Vine Street by a deputy with the Dubois County Sheriff's Department. Holt was eventually located and taken into custody by Jasper City Police. He was later taken to the Dubois County Security Center and faces a charge of domestic battery. The Indiana Department of Commerce announced Tuesday a record 100 companies have been designated 2013's best place to work in Indiana. That number was up from 70 last year. Jasper-based Matrix Integration made the list for medium-sized companies, those with 75 to 249 U.S. employees. Making the list for major companies, those with 1,000 or more U.S. employees, were Trilogy Health Services, which is the parent company of St. Charles Health Campus in Jasper and Scenic Hills Care Center in Ferdinand, as well as Edward Jones and Hilliard Lyons, which have offices in Dubois County. This is the 8th installment of the Best Places to Work in Indiana program, which is presented by Comcast Business Class. Actual rankings for the companies will be unveiled at a May 2nd awards dinner in Indianapolis. The top companies in the state are determined through employer reports, a comprehensive employee surveys, and other things. The Best Companies Group, which handled the selection process, oversees similar programs in 22 states. The Daviess County Commissioners have approved a $200,000 settlement over a levee breach that flooded thousands of acres near the city of Washington. The Commissioners and the County Council approved the settlement with 4 defendants during a joint Monday meeting. The settlement was negotiated last week with the defendants. The county had sued Indiana Farm Bureau President Don Vilwalk and Bennington Levee Board and 2 others seeking $292,000 for the March 2011 levee breach. The levee's south side breached during the heavy spring flooding along the West Fork of the White River, flooding thousands of acres of real estate west of Washington. Indiana Governor Mike Pence has signed into law a 1-year delay on new calculations for property taxes on farmland. The bill was the first one Pence has signed into law since becoming governor last month. He signed the bill during a ceremony Wednesday in the governor's office before a couple dozen farmers and lawmakers. Pence touted the measure as a step toward protecting Indiana's farmers. The legislation stops the state from using updated soil quality figures that were projected to lead to an average 25% increase in tax payments for farm owners by shifting those taxes onto farmland. The bill requires state tax officials and Purdue University agriculture researchers to prepare a review of the soil productivity measurement for the legislature to consider next year. Next, it is a look at weather with sports and WJTS Informed to follow.